Today we're going to talk about the top 4 differences between the older Ninebot Max and the newer Ninebot Max, also called the G30LP. They look the same, but I promise you they are not. The newer Ninebot Max is smaller in almost every way. The first thing to look at is the measure between the deck height and the handlebar height. And right now they look about the same, but when you actually put them both upright, you'll notice that one of these scooters actually goes right over the other one. The measurement is exactly 2.5 inches higher on the older Ninebot Max than the newer. Similarly, the deck length is 2.5 inches shorter as well, which is leaving a lot less room between both the deck length and the deck to handlebar distance. The newer one is actually not so good for larger people. It's better for people under 6 feet tall. So when you have these scooters folded, right, the original Ninebot Max is not a small scooter when you look at your total kind of like folded dimensions, because the handlebars do stick out, but the length of the new one, as you can see, is a couple inches shorter. So for anybody that wasn't able to fit the Ninebot Max into a small trunk, the newer Ninebot Max is more portable, especially in the folded length. Finally, when it comes to size, the weight does matter. You've got the larger Ninebot Max about 3.5 pounds heavier than the newer one. The newer one actually comes in under 40 pounds now. So for carrying, they're both heavy to carry in one hand. It's not like you're gonna carry either of them for multiple blocks or multiple flights of stairs. The newer Ninebot Max, the G30LP, is a little bit lighter, about 10%, than the original. The smaller folded dimensions, especially the deck length and the wheelbase length, really contribute to a slightly less stable scooter on the newer Ninebot Max. Another key difference between the older Ninebot Max and the newer is that the older one was actually the first scooter ever to include a power brick inside of the scooter itself, so you didn't have to lug that with you. You could literally just bring the Mickey Mouse ear plug, just the plug straight up, not with the big brick, and that lessens your load for traveling and things like that. That was a really nice feature and something people really loved about the Ninebot Max. Also, the cover, if you look at the cover of this, it's quite nice, it's spring loaded, and it's really easy to pop in there for water protection and all that kind of stuff. Comparing that to the new Ninebot Max, of course, you only have the regular charging port, so you would have to bring your power brick with you all the time. It's kind of a little more flimsy cover. It's not the best for, I can't really even get it in there. Yeah, well, there you have it. There you go. They're both IP54 water resistant, but you'll probably want to make sure that you get this thing closed up really nice, and it is harder to do that on the new one than the old one. Another difference between the older Ninebot Max and the newer is that the older one has a larger battery than the newer one. In fact, the newer one has exactly 2/3 of the battery that the old one has. So, whereas you can expect to get in the mid to high 20s for real world range on the older Ninebot Max, which is quite good, expect to get 2/3 of that, or just under 20 miles of range on the new one. But check back to the ESG website or our full video review for the exact real world range. In terms of power, even though both scooters have similar 350 watt motors, the older Ninebot Max actually beats the newer version in terms of acceleration to 15 miles per hour. However, with the higher overall top speed on the G30LP, eventually the newer scooter will win the race. Similarly, when it comes to hill climbability, the older Ninebot Max G30 outpaces the newer G30LP up the hill. Thanks for checking out this video on the 4 key differences between the old and new Segway Ninebot Max models. Make sure to check out our full review on the new Segway Ninebot Max coming out early January of 2021, where we will cover full performance specifications, a deep dive into ride and build quality, and we'll be comparing it against not only the larger Ninebot Max, but also 2 of the most popular electric scooters in the world. This is Chuck Temple with Electric Scooter Guide. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Until next time, ride safe and don't forget to wear your helmet.